Hello and welcome. So Runescape has released a behind the scenes on the clan avatars. There are 3 tiers to an avatar. Tier 7 citadels get up to 3 avatars at a time that can have different buffs and they look different. There are buffs that are given if an avatar is by clanmate. There are buffs for skilling clans, PVM clans, and warring clans. For warring clans, it might be restricted to just clan wars rather than actual wilderness, but we'll see when it comes out. For skillers, it can offer XP boost, 10% extra resources when it's summoned in your citadel. PVM clans get like a resurrection thing where it will randomly revive you if you die in PVM, but it's like random, it's not something you would rely on. But this also works for warring clans. Again, this is probably just clan wars and not the wilderness, because if it worked in the wildy, it would be pretty overpowered. In wars, the avatar can also take damage from over a clan member, so it can absorb some of the damage a clan member would have taken, and instead take it out of the avatar's HP. The avatar will be attackable, so you can choose to kill it first. But what I'm not too sure about is if it takes the place of a familiar. My guess is that you won't be able to use a summoning familiar and a personal clan avatar at the same time, since it'd probably be like a jet pet where you could take it along, but it takes the place of a familiar. So maybe one person is like in tank gear and they'll have the clan avatar while everybody else has like a summoning familiar. They've also mentioned that you could take it along for Social Slayer, so it kind of implies that anybody can take the clan avatar with them, so each person in the clan can have access to one. And of course, the effect doesn't stack if each clan member is able to bring one. So out of the buffs I've mentioned earlier, it kind of makes sense that they want to encourage people to join clans, but I honestly hate maintaining my clan citadel as well as like the registration process to joining a clan. The buffs they mentioned are not really too interesting to me except for maybe the XP incentive. The resurrection thing in PVM isn't really too interesting since like it's pretty easy enough not to die. For warring, it might be useful. Like warring is fun with people who know what they're doing, like who could stay on a single pile, but warring isn't really my thing. It really depends on how much work is needed to maintain the avatar and exactly what kind of buffs the avatar can offer. So thank you very much for listening and have a nice day. So after completing the quest branches of Darkmare, I did get a summoning level 71 summoning. That should be right. If you want hints on what happens in the next episode, you can just follow my adventures log. Go to runescape.com, go to adventures log, search player name. Player name is molecule space x2, and just bookmark that page. If you try to bookmark, like if you try to open the RSS feed, it'll do some weird thing where it'll try to download a .rss file. That's perfectly safe, but it's just kind of weird right now, and like if you click on a link and it starts to download something, you're gonna be kind of suspicious because it hasn't done that before, but it's perfectly safe. But again, just go to the home website and bookmark that. So another level I got this week was Slayer. I got 79 Slayer. I'm just going for Slayer in general because it saves a bit of time each time I get like a Water Fiend or Dagannoth task. So if you look in the picture, like I took a screenshot because I didn't know I was so close to a level, but in the picture I'm using a cannon, and honestly it's well worth your time to use a cannon. Each task I saved like 60 to 90 minutes of if I wasn't using a cannon, and I only spent like maybe 300 to 400k in cannonballs, and in that time saved I could actually make 1 mil to 1.5 mil profit. So cannons are well worth the cost, but you have to go out and make money, which is the hard part. But I still enjoy like casual slaying without a cannon. It's like AFK work. You don't really have to pay attention, and I can watch a TV show while I AFK Slayer. So I'm not gonna really enjoy Slayer when the evolution of combat comes out where you can't really AFK. Well, you can AFK, but it's slower. And then I got 77 agility from doing the daily head-to-head race for the Dagannoth games, and honestly, this is really good XP. You get like 25k. Well, I'm not sure if it's 25k for everybody. It might be based on level, but at my level, it's like 25k in like 5 minutes by clicking random cards. I don't even have to go for number 1, and eventually I got the XP. I really wonder how long this is going to be in the game because this is really good XP, and it's like part of my daily routine where I go do buy stuff from shops, do daily flask, all that stuff. There's still a few stuff I'm missing from my daily, like the free pure essence you could get from Artie, and there's some farm runs I want to put in there because you can actually make some money off doing farm runs and you get farming XP for it. But I'm not exactly sure how much money you make off that, which is why I haven't actually put it in yet. And I've also got 78 agility. I didn't know I was so close to a level, so I just took a screenshot of it. So the first part of this episode is going to be mostly skilling that I've done. I spent a lot of time at the Lava Flow Mine where I'm AFKing here to catch up on TV shows. It's not good XP at the Lava Flow Mine. Like concentrated gold is much better XP per hour. But I prefer not grinding out skills. Like casual AFKing skill is more my style. And if I get it eventually, sure, yay. And it's just great to catch up on TV shows because I haven't had that much time. Like I've fallen so far behind, and I also got 88, and I'm not sure if I got 89 because I did. Wait, yeah, I did get 89. I missed getting 88. Like I even missed a screenshot because I was AFK. I'm really close to 90 right now, but yeah, it's like I'll get it eventually through AFK. And this week, I actually remembered to go to the circus. Like, I should have gone, like, from the beginning. But actually, how long has this series been going? I don't know how long ago the first episode was, but up till now, this is my first time ever going into the circus. On Smokey, I didn't even know about it. By the time I found out about it being like really good agility XP, I already got 99 agility. So then it became kind of useless. I still did it for like some of the outfits, like the Ringmaster. It looks kind of cool. But yeah, this is like the first time I'm actually doing it, where I could gain XP and it could actually go towards me getting 99. There's also a few other things they put, like thieving from the new Penguin quests. Well, that came out like after this, but yeah, I don't know how much XP per hour that is. But for the Agility, it's really good XP. But reading up on this on RS Wiki, it doesn't seem like anybody really knows what's the best way to get XP. So I just I did random stuff and hope I got XP. And also on the RS Wiki page, they show you where it is on this week, which is nice that they update it weekly. But I usually do it like I try to put all my weekly things together so that I do them all at once rather than do it one on Tuesday, do another on Friday, and another on Sunday. Ooh, I gotta do Tears of Gothic sometimes. So for this episode, I actually finished the Troll Invasion twice, and I think it's been like 4 months since the first episode, or maybe 3. And I actually didn't do it for like the first 1 or 2 months. The Troll Invasion they reset like at the start of each month, so you can do one on like the 30th of one month, and then do another on the first, and you'll have them two like back to back. So something about the boss I never noticed was that you can actually dodge the range attacks. Like if you just move away, when he shoots his range attack, it's specific to where you're standing at the time. So just by moving away, you dodge the attack, making it like completely safe. And if you say melee distance, he only melees you, which is I kind of already knew that. But being range distance, he has a chance to mage or range. So if you parry mage and just dodge your range attacks, it should be fine. Also, although it'd be kind of more fun if I brought claws for the spec because like all I can afford right now is DDS. Although I could buy claws, them being very cheap because let's see, the evolution of combat is gonna like kill TDs. Hopefully they like add some kind of drop to make TDs more worthwhile because you do need a Grandmaster quest to unlock the ability to kill TDs. And with completing the second Troll Invasion, I actually got level 73 summoning from it, which is nice. I'm slowly getting my way to 79, which is like Elemental Titans. It's like a combat familiar as well as a healing familiar, which is really nice to have. So that's actually most of the skilling I've done. There's some things maybe left out. If there is, I'll probably put it later in the video, but that's most of it. Like some I probably just missed taking the picture of. And after that, I went to Bandos, and I did a duel with a guy. He had Rapier, Bandos. He was tanking. He had a DFS and a Fury. I think he had a Pack too. And the deal was that like we got to duel, we would split the drops if we got anything, but it was like free for all besides that. So it's just free for all and split. Split the big value items, but the normal drops he gets to keep. So we did this on a non-loot share world, and out of like the 2 hours, we're set up for 2 hours. Out of the 2 hours that we were there, I only got like 3 drops. I was using super pots and a BGS for spec, and the only time I ever got a kill was if he was brewing down so much, or if I actually just got like a lucky BGS hit. Which actually, I maxed her out like maybe a 700, which was like really cool to see. So in that full 2 hours that we were there, we actually got lucky and got a Bandos item, and it wasn't a Bandos hill, it was like a Bandos chestplate or tacit, which we split later. You could actually check his A log. It should be public, and you can check if he actually got it or not. And after the trip, we went to the Grand Exchange, we met up, and I got my 8.7 mil split as you saw earlier. And no episode would be complete without some DKs in there. So I went to DKs again to finish my task. Last time I killed about like 120-ish. I only killed like maybe 30 to 30, yeah, just about 30 per hour. And that's not really that fast. So a task of like 220 is going to take quite a while to finish. But yay, it's like I get to wear my Hex Crest, do extra damage, more cash per hour because I kill him faster. I'm also considering getting like a Dominion marker, the thing like you could place it right next to you, it'll boost your magic level. And the good thing about it is if you have the 5th one, it gives like a plus 10 magic bonus, which I wonder if it like that's a higher boost than Overload. Overload will get you to like 106, but the marker should get you to 108. But like when I tested the 106 to 108, I didn't really see a difference in the max for mage, which is kind of weird. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but I haven't really tested it too often because like if you have Overload, you're not going to really bring a marker along with you. After I finished my trip, I still had prayer pots left over, but I ran out anti-poison, so I had to teleport. And I went to bank, I got my crystal out to see, no, I got my gem out to see how much I had left, and I had like a whole 45 Dagannoths left. And that was going to be like a 1.5 hour task, so I decided not to go back because that's just too long, and I wasn't really in the mood to go back to DKs because it was kind of late, and I just kind of wanted to see what I got, what my next task would be. I got Blood Velts after. No, I got Mythril Dragons at some point. Then I killed Mythril Dragons. I got Blood Velts later, which I still haven't done. They're really good XP if you have a cannon and you kill the mutated ones. They're one of the best Slayer tasks you can actually get. So I'm also keeping track of how many of what task I get. So when I get 99, just like for some fun statistics, I could say I did X amount of this and X amount of that. And if you look on screen, I actually do manage to get a Berserker Ring this task. So yay, I actually got a Berserker Ring. Last time I got a Warrior's Ring, but then that trip I also got a Berserker Ring, so that I made up for it. So far, almost every trip I went, I actually got a Berserker Ring or some unique drop of some kind, which is really nice because the thing I like about DKs is the drop ratio isn't like overly rare. Like you can actually expect to do a full trip and get a drop. Although, like, if you get a Warrior's Ring, it's still a drop, but it's like maybe 400-ish K. But it actually is going up because of the combat beta. I mean, not the combat beta. The evolution of combat, where Warrior Ring is the best melee ring you can have. And, like, I mentioned this several videos before. And if you look at the graph, it's actually been going up for quite a bit, and it's still going up. So, it's like, good job to whoever actually listened and started buying some out. And this is like one of the opportunities where you can actually make some money by anticipating updates. Examples of anticipating updates is learning stuff like they'll give you hints like in behind the scenes, like you'll need X amount of this, X amount of that, or maybe there's a PVM update coming out like next. So brews or like PVM supplies are gonna go up, armor cost is gonna go up. It's stuff like that. Then like with the evolution of combat, Warrioring is going to be the best for melee, so you want to stock up on that because like so many people use melee. Sears Ring is still fairly cheap since not like Mage is not really like they're mostly focusing on melee, a bit on range, and even less on Mage. Even though Mage is supposed to be, it's like the whole thing should be balanced, but Mage is going to be left out for quite a while because they're not even going to be ready with Mage when the evolution of combat comes out. So yeah, it's like stuff like this. Warrior's Ring was a good example. There's a few others I've mentioned, but I'd rather not say because I'm actually still trying to make money off of this as well. So during this series, I'll be doing some ways to make money off the GE, like just flipping stuff buy low, sell for higher. Or, well, the best way to make money is usually buy out something that has low volume so you can control the entire market. Then you can sell it for whatever price you want. And there are people who will pay for that much. They won't realize it, but you know they'll pay for it because then like there are people like Born who pays like 150K for something that's worth like maybe 1K. Actually, I think he does like 200K. Well, stuff like that. And with low volume items, you can choose more easily how high you want to sell something. With high volume items, you have more people trying to outbid each other, which lowers your profit margin. The disadvantage of having low volume items is it's kind of hard to dump your items right away if you really don't want the item. So yeah, that's all I really know about merchanting. I actually don't know that much because like most of the money I made is from doing PVM. And I made a bit from doing a Rim's Hood. I made a video about this some point before. Okay, I thought I would finish my task, but I think I probably have like maybe 20 tops that I haven't done. So let's see how much I made. I got Warrior Ring and Berserker Ring, so at least I made some money. I got both rock shell pieces, and I used about 150 of this. I actually made a full crystal key, which was kind of funny. So let's see, 3.3 mil. That took about, I think it's like a 2.5 hour trip with the supplies I had. And my poison wore out just in time, and I got elite clue scrolls. So overall, it's like a little over a mil per hour there. Still good. Okay, so I'm at the Grand Exchange. I'm gearing up to go to Water Fiends. And so for Water Fiends, since I actually have the money, I went and got myself a Sarah's Domain sword. It has like, compared to a Zambi Spear, it's probably better because it has +5 crush less, but then in return it has like +7 strength, which is like way better. It's like comparing a Warrior Ring with a Berserker Imbued Ring. Like you would choose the Berserker Ring. So I have like, I'm also still selling some of my daily stuff. Just gotta collect those. There's a Berserker from either, no, it was this episode, yeah. So if I go to my bank, scroll all the way up, I have like the 200 Vire Corpse here is like for the Mauritania hard task that I have to complete at some point. Then I have my runes tab. Oh, I have my pouches for my daily stuff. Oh, I don't know when I bought 129k of these, but they're pretty cheap. It only costed like a total of like 3 mil, but I mean, I have the cash for it, so it's fine. I got the full mining suit, and oh, for the spores, I'm still trying to get the fire rings, but they're not buying. I might increase the price on that later. So then I have my summoning tab. Oh right, I should like, since I unlocked the bunyip, I still have to go and buy that. It's really good for doing water fiends because you can just heal off the raw food drops that they have. So this is really just like my PVM tab. I have PVM stuff in here. And this tab, I'm not really sure what it's for, but I just have the stuff. And then this one, this used to be like my hard clue tab. Like, you know, the items you have to wear to do certain clues. And I haven't really used this lately because I figure that because a third age item is so rare, it's just not even worth it to even do a hard clue. Even an elite clue isn't worth that much. Then this one, I think this is like random teleports, and I'll just dump whatever in here because it's just a bunch of random items that I don't really need, but I still want to keep. Then pots tab, not really much use there. And so this one's more like my loot tab. I have my daily stuff up here. I withdraw all but one and then sell that. And since I do it daily, I just gotta keep like a placeholder. Then the random stuff I get like Granite Maul from doing that awful Gargoyles task. Then like rock shell stuff, that's from DKs. Here's org bones. I don't really got much of those because I usually bury them, but since it was near the end of the trip, I kept some for myself. I got some grimy stuff here and there, a bunch of rune items, and it's kind of funny that they dropped Royal King. So I actually finally started doing like familiarization again. Like I did it once before, but that was about it. I haven't done it for so long. Like it's been 8 weeks or something since the last time I did it. That's a lot of charms. Like each time you get, each trip is you get 40 minutes of triple charms. I do water fiends, and I get about 250, well 249 ish charms for that 40 minutes. And in that 8 weeks, that's a lot of charms I missed out on. Like, it's good to do in the long run, but it's just so annoying to do. Like, you gotta find there's a French chat for it, Hughs Horde. I'll just put it in the description. It doesn't usually have that much people in it, but even if there's nobody in it, it's helpful that there are more people to help you find the right obelisk for it. And the triple charms is really good. It'd be really good if I had LSP, but I don't, because if I had LSP, I could just go corp and get like triple charms there, which is really really good. So at some point after like I finished all my daily stuff, unlocked everything, so I could do like a whole video on that. I'd rather not do it on my Smokey 9112 account with the completion escape. I'd rather not do it on that because I don't know why not. Like, it's not that much different, but I just want to do it on this account where I can show you all the dailies and weeklies, and there's like, you know, the monthly troll invasion that you do, and I put that all into one video. And there's also like I write it down in my notes. I could show you what I write down. There's also some things for dungeoneering that you need to know. Like if you don't have like IRC, it's helpful to just list down the pots and what herbs does what. If you can't remember it, like I never actually got around to remembering it. I just wrote it down in my notes which pot made what and what needed what to make that pot. And that really helped me get up to like 120. Like it's kind of annoying having to reopen a Ars wiki page just to find out. So yeah, it's beneficial. It'll just include like dailies, weeklies, monthlies, and things to have written in your note to help you out. So the current way I have like Nills to Bills episode set up is like I cut out portions and put it together. Usually when it's mostly PVM, I just cut out the boss kills, and really with PVM you kind of stick with one boss at a time and you do the best money making boss and just keep doing that on and on and on until you go up to the next part. Oh, something I wanted to mention for this episode is like my goal, like if you check my A log you will know what the engineering level I have. But I don't actually plan on getting a chaotic till after like maybe 50 to 100 mil, because I want to show that you don't need like chaotics, turmoil, or high level gear just to work up to like maybe 50 to 100 mil. So I wanted to know what you guys thought. Like, should I stop at 50 mil and get a chaotic? Or should I go all the way up to 100 mil to show that you can make 100 mil without getting like chaotics and stuff? It would take a little more time, and it in the long run it's not that much longer. So what do you guys think about this? So that's the question for this video. Should I show that you can get up to like 50 mil without getting a chaotic or turmoil? Or should I go all the way up to 100 mil to show it's possible to make 100 mil without a chaotic or turmoil? Oh, by the way, my bank value is just under 50 mil. Last episode I had about 36 mil, and this episode I made about 11 mil, like the 8.7 mil split and a berserkering. So I should be around like a 47 mil bank. So tell me what you think about the question I made earlier. But besides that, thank you very much for watching and have a nice day.